Horns up guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. So if you watch my recent vlogs of what I eat in a day on keto, you would have seen the one where I showed you what was in my freezer. There was a delicious beef tongue, and today I'm going to show you guys how to cook beef tongue. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the meat itself. Yep, look at that big beef tongue, looks a bit obscene. Anyway, the point is, when you buy beef tongue normally in a supermarket, you'd probably get it with a layer of skin on top, which I would recommend cooking the beef tongue with. And when the tongue is fully cooked, you'll be able to peel that skin right off, and that will tell you that the beef tongue is cooked. However, in my case, my butcher decided to remove the skin on top, so I'll be cooking it without that. Just a little tip that I wanted to share with you. Anyway, let's go and make that beef tongue. Oh, and in the interest of my own safety, when I say beef, I'm not referring to cow. I'm not even referring to the bull. I'm referring to water buffalo, because that is what we get in my city now, thanks to some really messed up people. Anyway, let's go and make it. For this recipe, you're going to need 1 beef tongue, some fresh peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, salt, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, and 1 onion. Now we're going to be making our beef tongue in a pressure cooker, and we're just going to put in the tongue and all the ingredients into the pressure cooker with about half a liter of water, and then just pressure cook it for about half an hour, maybe 20-25 minutes depending on the size of the tongue. Now in the event that you do not own a pressure cooker, you can just put this in some water and boil it for a good hour and a half. That should make it nice and tender. So after about 25 minutes, I opened that pressure cooker and checked out the beef tongue. It really looked good from the outside. But unfortunately, the beef tongue was not fully cooked through because I had not defrosted the meat properly before cooking it. So I put it back in for another 20 minutes. And this time, when it was done, it was done. Oh yeah, look at that beef tongue. Now I wanted to make a delicious sauce to go with the beef tongue, so I strained all the liquid from the pressure cooker and separated all that onion and garlic and peppercorns from the liquid. Give the liquid 2 minutes to settle down and you will see a layer of oil on top. I removed all that oil from the top and saved it for later. We'll use a bit in this recipe, but the rest of it just keep it in your fridge and fry everything in it. Then in the same pressure cooker, I put in a bit of that oil and I began to fry the onion and garlic and the peppercorns from the liquid. And you want to get some color on this, and so I gave it a good mix and cooked it for a bit. I did feel though that I wanted a little more flavor, so I added half an onion. And this is just to add that slight, good, lovely caramelized flavor, that nice richness to it. So I fried the onions. Then I was like, I need to make this a mushroom sauce. So I added 2 chopped mushrooms. Now the idea is when I blend this, the mushrooms will actually give the thickness to the sauce. So I don't need flour and I don't need to make a roux to make a nice thick gravy. So once the mushrooms are fried, I add in some of that liquid, the stock which we created out of that beef tongue, and then you add in the rest. Once the mushrooms have softened, we're done here. Then you pour this entire mixture in your blender and blitz it. Once that's done, I'm going to strain it and I will get a silky, smooth, lovely sauce. And to finish it off, I'm just going to chop some fresh basil and add it to the sauce. It will give you a lovely hint of freshness. And that's it. Chop your beef tongue into whatever size pieces you like. You can eat this cold like a cold cut. You can do tons of things with it. And that's it, your beef tongue is ready. Oh, that looks delicious. Of course, I'm going to pour some of that sauce over that beef tongue. And now it's time to taste. Alright guys, so our beef tongue is ready, and so is that delicious mushroom and onion sauce I made to go with it. Now, The first thing I want to say is I made a mistake of not defrosting the tongue fully before cooking it. which is why it took a little extra time, but no problem. I don't think it's changed the texture or the taste of the meat in any way. Second of all, that sauce took a lot of thinking and on the spot additions to make, because I wanted a nice creamy sauce, but one with a lot of flavor. Anyway, let me taste the tongue now. Whoa, I got 2 pieces instead of 1. Oh, that's really good. The meat is tender, it's so flavorful, that sauce is creamy, you can taste the mushroom, and that hit of those fresh basil leaves just completes the dish. This is definitely one of my new favorites. Now another couple of things I want to talk about. I'm eating the tongue pretty much straight out of the pressure cooker, just sliced up into nice little chunks, and you can slice it really fine and eat it even cold, like a cold cut. You can also pan fry this cooked tongue even further if you want a lovely brown crust on it and just have it like a grilled tongue. You can also chop it up and use it in stews, in soup. I mean, there are endless possibilities. And here's something I feel very passionately about. I love meat, but I know what goes into making meat, and I know that an animal has died for my food. So I would like to use as much of that animal as I can, waste nothing, So that's why I like eating things like tongue, kidneys, whatever you get. I mean, I love chicken hearts, I love chicken liver, and of course it's a very sad thing in India, we don't get all the parts of the beef, of the buffalo, water buffalo. But otherwise, I mean, beef bones, beef tail, there's so much amazing stuff you can do with it. Anyway, I'm going to get back to eating this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have any recipe requests, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any good recipes for beef tongue, share them with me, because other users would love to read it as well. Anyway, till the next episode, cheers and keep cooking.